welcome to the Entertainment Gig Podcast, episode 18. My name is Cleon. On today's episode, we try to keep up with the myriad of projects with the bundle of energy known as actress and multiple threat, Miss Tina Jeter. Okay, as you will hear, Miss Tina Jeter is a bundle of kinetic energy. We attempted to go through at least a few of the different projects that she has, being an actress, and as you will hear throughout the interview, even she can't keep up with the number of projects that she has at such a young age that's going for her. This one is somebody on the rise and somebody who will definitely make her mark in the entertainment industry. This is the actress who has been in Am I Crazy?, The News, Bad Judgments, Just Say No, 911 Gun Violence, and a host of others, including Star Love the series, North Housing Authority, and a sub in the Brick City, just to name, well, right there, that was probably about 7 or 8 of them. And that's not even all of them. So, without any further ado, the force of nature known as Miss Tina Jeter. Let's start with the basics then.
Sure.
Where were you born?
I was raised in Stamford, Connecticut, and I've lived here all my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
You studied at the AMDA, correct?
Right. I studied there, honest to God, only for a semester at AMDA, American Musical and Dramatic Academy. Yeah, but it was definitely a good experience. I enjoyed all of it.
So during that year, did you take the Metro North back and forth, or?
No, I actually decided to stay on campus. I really wanted to get the experience of, having a roommate and stuff, so I decided to stay on campus.
Okay. Was that your freshman year, sophomore?
Yeah, no, that was when I was a freshman, yeah.
Where'd you go after that? Or did you go anywhere after that?
No, that was it. After that, I just decided to start doing my own thing, and that's what I've been doing ever since.
When did you discover that, A, you had the love for acting and writing, and when did you discover that you had the talent for doing it?
I would say I discovered that, I guess I've always loved to act. I've been doing it since the age of 4. My mom got me into it, but ever since I did my first job that I could remember, which was an actual silent short film called Taste of June, oh man, I fell in love with acting, and I never wanted to do anything after that. And then for writing, I've always loved writing. I've always been very detailed with my writing, so I've always loved writing also. I feel like I've loved everything since day one. I just, I guess, I kind of discovered that I loved each of them at different times, but I guess I just always had those in me.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
When you left school, do you remember what your first job was?
Yeah. I guess I still technically work there. It's Abercrombie & Fitch, a retail store.
Oh, okay.
So I've been there for over 3 years.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah.
Now
I gotta pay the bills, though.
Yeah, hey, something has to until the break comes.
Exactly.
To that end, let's talk about a few of the things that I've seen online already. Let's discuss Am I Crazy?
Oh, right. Oh, my gosh. I almost forgot about that. Wow, that's so long ago. That was my first short film that I decided to do on my own. Like, when I say on my own, I not only, I did write it, but I also directed, I also edited, produced, I did everything that had to go into making Am I Crazy? So that was definitely fun. It was definitely fun and exciting, especially because I've never edited before. So yeah, it was definitely a good experience for me. I loved it.
How long did it take for you to do?
For filming wise, I would say honest to God, like maybe 2 hours. But editing, that's a different story. That definitely took a few hours to do.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and then I also put that into some festivals, and it did win some. It actually even got into a magazine, so I'm very thankful for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was it about for the people who don't know?
Oh, right. Well, I hope to definitely make either a short film or maybe a little series from that. But it's basically about this girl, and we decide to go into her mind because she suffers from schizophrenia. So, in a way, I guess it kind of puts people in her perspective, like, what is it like to be in the mind of a person who has schizophrenia? So that's basically all it's been about, like, what she goes throughout the day. You know.
That's a pretty important subject matter,
Right.
actually.
Thank you.
How about the news?
Right, the news. Oh my gosh, wow! I'm pretty sure I did that last year. Last year, yeah. That was basically a short film I did. I don't want to give it away for sure, but basically, it just involves two people, a girl and a guy, and they live together. And the girl comes home and she has this terrible news that she got from her doctor, and the guy also has news to tell her about something that happened when they both were younger. It's very sorry about that. It's very dramatic. It's very dramatic. But everyone who actually did get to see it said, "Wow, that was pretty powerful," or whatever. So all the films I did, regardless, were definitely fun to make. But that was what that is about, basically.
Oh, okay. And
Yes.
Bad Judgments?
Bad Judgments, yes. Everyone thinks that's like their favorite film that I've made. Out of all the films, they love that film. Basically, it's about this girl. She's about 18 years old, and she's coming to visit her foster father in the hospital. He's dying of something. I don't really want to announce what it is, but she basically comes and she just says what's on her mind, like what's been on her mind for so many years since he decided to adopt her and invite her into his family. Very powerful. It's very dramatic as well.
Do you find
I don't want to give too much. Sorry.
No. That's fine. People should find out these things for themselves, and I'm going to try to put in the show notes all the links to all of these things so people can discover them for themselves.
Right.
Do you find, since we've already hit three that are not exactly comedies, do you find that you're drawn more to the dramatic aspect, or would you actually do a comedy?
Oh yeah, I would definitely do a comedy. Yeah, for sure. I mean, for the most part, all I've really done has been pretty much dramatic. But that's because I guess that's more. I don't know. I guess I've had more experience when it comes to being dramatic and having dramatic roles. But for sure, like, I don't limit myself to just drama. I'll do any kind of genre there is, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to say, Just Say No and 9/11 gun violence doesn't exactly scream laugh fest.
Right, yeah. Those are definitely dramatic as well. But actually, just to clear that up as well, I didn't write that. I didn't direct that. I was just in that. Those are just two PSAs that two people wrote and, decided to do it.
Sounds good. Which brings us to what you're doing these days. Let's start with Star Love the series. Give me the breakdown.
Okay. So basically, Star Loved, and I'm so glad this is like great timing because this is actually my first comedy that I'm writing. And also my first web series as well, but it's a comedy web series. It's I would say it's mainly for all ages, like all ages can see it. But basically, what it is, this regular girl, accidentally meets this famous rock star, and basically, ever since that point, like there's a series of events that happens, and basically their lives are forever changed since the day that they met. A lot of stuff happens, though. There's a lot of stuff that happens, but yeah, I'm trying to definitely raise money to do that.
Do you have a site for crowdfunding on that as of yet?
Yes. It's on slated.com. And if anything, they can always look me up on Facebook, and I have the link on my Facebook page for sure. But yeah, it's on slated.com.
And how long does the crowdfunding go for?
Oh, this one was it's pretty incredible. You can actually do it up to 120 days, but I'm gonna do it up until October 19th. So that's when it will end, October 19th.
Oh, okay. So we have some time on this then.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just put it out there. Yeah.
Excellent. What more do you want to tell about that particular project?
I need the funding. As long as I get the funding, not only will I because I need it for an editor. Because I forgot to mention this. I want to make this animated, and I know that's so hard. I know that's so hard for any editor to do. So I definitely need the money to get an editor, but not only for that, to get an illustrator to draw out like ideas of how the characters could look like. And then on top of that, I would love to be able to also pay my actors and get like really good food and not just snacks. So I want to be able to get money to get all of that. So definitely funding. That's all that needed right now is the funding, because I have all my actors, thank God. So it's just the funding.
So I'm a little confused then. Are you basically doing this as a live action thing, or are you taking the actors and then turning them into animated?
Oh no, yeah. This I'm just using their voices, and then I want the editor to, create the characters. But no, I'm not going to use it. I'm just using their voices. That's all.
Okay. So these are voice actors that you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then also I will be in this one as well. So not only directing it, but I will be in it. I'll be the one playing the ordinary girl, the lead angel. So that will be very exciting.
Wow. That's quite the heavy load you're taking. So
yeah, I know. That's why I need all the help I can get.
I can understand that. Well, you haven't gotten the editor as of yet, so I was going to ask you about how the animated process is going, but how's the voiceover process going?
I'm sorry?
How's the voiceover process going so far?
I haven't started yet, because what I want to do, if I hopefully get to raise enough money, I want to try to rent out, a really nice studio, and then I want to bring all the actors together to do that. So I want to wait. I don't want to rush into anything and then regret not waiting. So I definitely want to wait to see how everything pans out for sure.
That makes sense. How many episodes do you envision this being in the first season, and how many have you actually gotten written as of yet?
Right. So I actually wrote season 1, 10 episodes, and it's great because I made them really short. So the longest one is about 7 to 8 minutes, and the shortest one is about 3 to 4 minutes. It's so great. It ranges from each one, but yeah. So that's how that is.
Okay. Wow, that sounds really good. All right.
Yes. And I plan to put this on YouTube, because I did want to put it into festivals at first,
right.
But then I was like, I actually want to put on YouTube, so hopefully, you never know who could see it on YouTube and may want to, maybe not take me, but take one of the other actors. You just never know. So I definitely want to put it out for the public, for everyone to see.
It's a good passion project then.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Let's talk about North Housing Authority.
Yes.
Tell me what this is about.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot of things that happen. Like, there's definitely a lot.
We got plenty of time. Go for it.
I'm trying to think. I don't want to confuse anybody, but for the most part, North Housing Authority, that's basically about a family, a mother, and her 2 kids. They move into Newark, New Jersey, and basically the girl, her daughter, she has this big vision for herself. Like, she wants to be a fashion designer, and she just has a really big vision. So obviously when she moves to Newark, New Jersey, she's not happy about it. And, she stays positive throughout the whole thing, but there's definitely a lot that does happen. But basically a family that moves, and she has big plans. The daughter has big plans for herself. And, it's just, there's a lot that happens. I don't know. It's hard to explain in one sentence. It's hard to explain without confusing, but yeah. It's definitely worth seeing because right now it's in the making of being edited. So yeah, hopefully there should be a big screening and everything. But yeah, there's definitely a lot that happens. Like it's like 1 minute you're like, oh my gosh, and the next you're like, wait, what just happened? It's definitely a lot that goes into this project, but it's definitely a good one. Definitely dramatic as well. Dramatic.
Where do you see the future of this project going? Is it going to festivals? Is it going to movie theaters? Is it going to YouTube? Where do they see it going so far?
I would definitely say I really hope it goes into festivals. I believe it will be going into some festivals, but I'm pretty sure they're definitely going to have about 1 to 2 like big screenings for everyone to come out and see it. I'm not really sure what the director has envisioned for the future for it, but I hope she puts it into festivals because it's definitely a very, very good project. Very good.
Who was it written
It could
by?
definitely win. Her name is Crystal De Niro Simmons, and everyone can find her on Facebook for sure.
And
She's a very good writer.
yeah, who's she? Who's the director on this one?
Oh, the director actually is her, and also his name is Shahid. So they're both co-directing the project.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's
Yeah,
excellent.
yeah.
A sub in the Brick City.
Oh,
Brag
yeah.
about it for me.
Okay, Sub in the Brick City. That was over, I believe, 2 years ago. Or is it? Oh no, I'm sorry. 1 year ago. Wow. Okay. That was over 1 year ago. Wow, it's so crazy. So basically, Sub in the Brick City. It's about this girl, and she really does want better for herself. But this is also based in Newark, New Jersey, as well. It's just kind of hard because of everything that's going on. Like the police brutality and the stuff that goes on inside the schools that people don't really know about. It's so crazy. But basically, she lives with her aunt, and her aunt actually sells drugs for a living. And so what I have to do, because I'm the one who plays the girl in this movie, what I have to do, I actually have to take the drugs and I have to sell them for her. And this is all so I can actually get food in my stomach at the end of the day. It was a very intense shoot. It was definitely very intense, but it's definitely a good project. It got into some festivals as well and won some awards. So it was definitely a good project and good experience for me.
Who else was in the project?
Right. So besides me, it was also starring Terrell Hicks, who's from A Bronx Tale, starring Robert De Niro. I figure a lot of people will probably know that movie.
And Chaz Palminteri as the mob boss.
I think so. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the details.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, okay, yeah. So then you know who I'm talking about, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a really amazing experience to work with her. She's definitely an incredible actress for sure.
Wow. What things do you take from each performance or each role that you act in that you bring to your own personal things like Star Love?
I would say I just always bring my personality because I didn't think this was true to begin with, but I know now that in every project that anybody does, there's a part of you that is the character. It's just natural. So definitely my personality, and my positivity. You always gotta be positive because there's always stuff that always goes wrong on every set for sure. But as long as you stay positive and everything, that's what I do for sure.
That's perfect. What do you think is the best part about being in this industry?
Oh my gosh, there's so much to choose from. I would say definitely the experience of working with other people because you never know what other people can bring out of you for a scene or just in general, but definitely experience working with other people. I can't even tell you the amount of experience I've had with working with a certain person and it just turned out to be an incredible scene, and sometimes it even forms friendships afterwards. So definitely working with other people for sure.
All right, now flip the switch. What's the worst part about being in the industry?
The worst part, oh my gosh.
Aside from managers.
Yeah.
I'm just messing. I know your manager's right there listening.
No, yeah. I would have to say, I don't know, probably like, it sucks, but a lot of times, it's still happening now. They're very, I guess, stereotypical a lot of times. So it's like, because you may not have this certain look, you may not get the part, even though you may have done the best audition out of a lot of people. It's just because you didn't look a certain way, you don't get the part. So that's definitely one of the worst parts, but, I guess it is what it is at the end of the day.
Let's stay on that for just a minute. Do you find, especially with the atmosphere in, well, screw it, the world today, I was going to say America, but the world is basically like this these days. Do you find that in terms of the industry that you've either been pigeonholed into certain roles or just treated in a different way just because of the color of your skin? Or maybe perhaps the way that you just look in general?
I have to think about that because on the top of my head, I can't really think of an experience. Well, at least recently where I was treated differently. But there's definitely been times where I would say I have been treated a little differently. I guess I don't know. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head though.
No, that's good then, because that means that progress is actually being made if people aren't treating you in a certain way. So
yes, thank God.
That's actually a very good thing.
Yes.
All right. This is the part where you get to push anything and everything, brag about whatever. I'm going to give you the floor. You press whatever website you want, whatever crowdfunding you want, everything. Sing your manager's praises because they're right there. You can take as much or as little time as you want. So, the floor is yours. Go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, I definitely want to thank God before anyone else and everything else. Definitely thank God because, there's been a lot of times where, I haven't been positive just because, sometimes we all go through a dry streak where we don't get anything at all as an actress or director or whatever. So definitely thank God for getting me where I am now. And definitely thank my mom, who also happens to be my manager. I'll just put it out there. So definitely want to thank her because she's been my rock. And just thank my family in general. Thank everyone that I work with, like Terrell Hicks, like I said, Niro, Shahid. Just thank everyone. And I definitely want to push. We didn't get to talk about this. I just came into my head, but definitely Lost Souls that I'm a part of right now is in production. So definitely look out for that project. It's directed by Melissa Grant. And then,
before you continue on, let's talk about that then for a minute.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Lost Souls.
Continue talking about it.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. Yeah, maybe I don't really remember what it's about. I'm not gonna lie to you right now. I don't really remember what's it about.
How many
I just know I'm a
projects
part
have
of
you
it.
actually gone through in the past, like, say, 4 years? You figure.
Oh gosh. How many projects have I gone through in the past 4 years?
Because you've done an amazing amount of work, all things considered.
Yeah, thank you. I definitely try. I would definitely say over 20. Probably about over 20, yeah.
That's extremely impressive. No wonder you can't keep them all straight because they kind of all blur.
Yeah, I know. I try, but yeah, it's hard to remember sometimes.
I hear you. Anything you can remember about Lost Souls?
That's really good. Yeah, I haven't gone through the whole script yet, so I don't want to say anything, and then it could be extremely misleading.
So this is your next project among all the other ones here.
Right, because North Housing Authority, we just finished shooting us and editing. Yeah, Lost Souls. Oh, and also Finding Mariah, if you want to get into that.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that's also a short film that's still in production. It's almost done. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a feature film that's still in production. It's almost done. It's basically about these two sisters, and their parents just recently died. So the older sister took the younger sister in for like custody, and they've been living together. What? Oh shit! I'm sorry. I'm getting my projects mixed up. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe we should do candle. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm really getting confused with these projects.
It's good to have enough projects to get confused with.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Forget Finding Mariah. I'm sorry. Candle in the Rain. That's what I'm talking about. Lord have mercy, help me. Yeah. So Candle in the Rain. That's we're two sisters, and yeah, the older sister is custody of the younger sister, and they've been living together. But obviously, they don't get along because, you know, in general, what sisters really do get along all the time. But yeah, it's basically about their struggle, and then something happens to the younger sister, and basically in the end it brings them closer together. But basically that's what Candle in the Rain is about. Yeah.
When's that coming out?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna say definitely roughly sometime, hopefully early next year. I would definitely say between early next year and the end of this year for sure. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So definitely over 20 projects in 4 years.
Yes, for sure. There's so many projects. It's crazy.
Your manager / mother is doing an incredible job of getting you these projects. So kudos.
Yes, for sure. Oh, I can't forget about the
You
play.
forgot one. What else?
I know. I keep forgetting the play. I just got cast in a play. It's actually gonna be. I'm not sure where it is. They didn't give out the details, but we're gonna be putting out our opening night. I believe sometime next month. It is called More. It's basically a faith-based play, but it's very inspiring. It's basically about a family, and they've been going through so many struggles, and how the faith of God brings them together in the end. It's definitely an amazing play. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting about these plays. I'm just remembering them on top of my all these projects. Oh my gosh, Lord.
I'm just trying to think before I let you continue pushing yourself. Are there any other projects that you haven't thought of yet?
Okay, yes. Now let's get to. All right, now let's get to Finding Mariah.
Yes.
Finding Mariah.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so Finding Mariah. This is a feature film, and it stars a girl. She doesn't have a good home life whatsoever. Her name's Mariah, and her mom kicks her out, basically, and she becomes homeless. So I like it because it goes into depth of all the homeless people, and it's a very inspirational story. And then basically she befriends this homeless girl, and they really get along, and it's a lot that goes into it. But basically, it's about being homeless and the life of everyone that's homeless in New York City. It's very good. It's a very good story.
And when's that coming out?
When is that coming out? Oh, Lord. So I'm going to say it will definitely finish by the end of this year. Yeah, okay. By the end of this year, for sure.
You have a website where people can keep up with the 50 million projects you got going?
I have a website that's under construction right now. It's not finished yet, but I promise, I will definitely be putting out all my social media. It's under construction, though. There's a lot that still needs to be added, honest to God. So, yeah, but I do have a website that's not out yet. But if anyone reach me or see what I'm up to, I would definitely say Facebook. Facebook is definitely the best place to go if you want to see what I'm up to, for sure.
And your name on Facebook is?
I'm sorry?
Your name on Facebook is where they can hunt you down?
This basically my name, Tina Jetter, with 2 T's. And you'll definitely know it's me because I have my headshot on there, so you'll definitely know it's me.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Now, continue with the elevator pitch about yourself. Go ahead and brag about yourself and push yourself. Now that you've hopefully remembered every single project you got going in 15 different times.
I believe I did every project I'm going through. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think I did everything. Star Love, Find Mariah, and definitely check out my trailers on YouTube, because Am I Crazy? The News Bad Judgments. Those are all 3 trailers that I not only wrote, but I also directed and produced and everything. So definitely check those trailers out on my YouTube channel, which is also my name. So definitely check those out. I think that's pretty much it.
Again, push Star Love, since that's the one you really want the money for.
Star Love, yeah. Definitely go on. Definitely go on. If you go on my Facebook, you can see. You can definitely see the website, the exact link for my slated account for Star Love. But definitely please go look. Please go share. I'm just trying to get some type of money to do it for sure. So yeah, definitely Star Love. Definitely you guys go watch it. Well, the trailer or a campaign video.
Definitely people who love anime should really go and support this.
Yes, thank you. Because that's the most important part. It needs to be animated. Yes, guys. That's what it needs to be.
Thank you very, very much.
Oh, wait, and also, even though we talked about this already, but go look. Not only are my trailers on my YouTube, but also 2 PSAs I did. One about gun violence and the other one about the Just Say No to Drugs. So you can go look at that on my YouTube. It's all on my YouTube, basically.
I will definitely be putting the link to the YouTube page in the show notes so that people will know. You are a bundle of energy. I really appreciate this.
Thank you. I know. I always try to be energetic and be positive. Sometimes it can bring light to people's lives, so I always try to be energetic.
Well, you were definitely a fun interview. I appreciate it very much, and I thank you for this.
Thank you so much.
And that was the hurricane known as Miss Tina Jeter. Great person, a fun interview. One of the funnest I've actually had, to be honest with you. In trying to track her down, you can, if you want, find her on Facebook under Tina Jeter. That's Jetter. And I'll be putting links up for all of her different projects in the show notes, so be sure to check those out as well. That is it for this week's episode. Our website is theentertainmentgig.com. Our Facebook page is at The Entertainment Gig. We are on iTunes and Google Play at The Entertainment Gig, but we are also on SoundCloud at CJBT-Productions. And on YouTube at CJBT Productions, which has a slideshow of my photography, which you can find on Facebook at CJBT Photography, and the portfolio at cjbtproductions.zenfolio, that's ZENFOLIO.com. And that is it. We will talk with you next week. Take care.